Hi guys and welcome to Get Reviews, and let's talk about the new Ghostbusters movie, the controversy around it, and Angry Joe review of it, and other, stuff around the movie, and overall craziness. So guys, I haven't seen the movie yet. Unfortunately, the movie will come out at the end of this month, which is like a huge bummer for me. And I have no idea if you've seen my previous videos about Ghostbusters. Even I had a hangout with one of my best buddies here on YouTube about it. But I'm extremely excited about the movie. I mean, this new movie. And I'm super not excited about the old movies. So I'm the opposite. Of what most people are, I think. And the reason for that is that I just don't have, any logical reason and anything, that I recognize as good stuff that will make me like the previous movies. So I'm just like, no. And that is because I didn't find anything funny in the old movies. I didn't find them logical at all. I mean, I don't want to read myself. Like I said, I don't know if you seen my videos or not, but basically, nothing that happened with the old movies was logical to me. It was like, oh, here are those characters. One of the guys like, I'm interested in ghosts. Here are those proton packs. You're going to fight ghosts with these, and it's like no explanation about how these proton packs are made. What kind of technology can stop a ghost? What is a ghost? Why all ghosts are different looking? Why one ghost, Slimer, can eat? Why those ghosts are physical? Why those ghosts? One looks like a human. One looks like shit, pardon my language, but Slimer looks like a green shit, basically. Again, pardon my language, I never speak like this, but it's the best, word to describe it. Him, or it. Why there was like a dog in Sigourney Weaver's fridge? Why is it like a female looking David Bowie doppelganger in the end of the movie, representation of a demon that's actually like a god thing, but the movie is about ghosts, but we had this thing in the end? And why the second movie it's like a copy of the first movie but worse, like positive slime? Why there is a slime? I mean, what's the explanation behind the whole universe? What the heck, And the characters were like super cartoonish, especially Bill Murray. His character was a creep. His character was a pervert even. I mean, he was kissing Sigourney Weaver's character when she was possessed and breathing like she's going to die any second. And he's kissing her like on the chest. I mean, that's so creepy and disgusting. And this thing, passed at 84, was it the first movie? I have no idea. I mean, I usually don't like movies that are, before the 90s. Like only one movie that is, mostly Arnold, movies I can watch. But this one, like, not only too old, but the effects and nothing made sense. Nothing really made sense. Nothing was really explained. Everybody was like, oh yeah, ghosts are so visible now, and why is that? Why anything, And now, because I mentioned Angry Joe, I saw his spoiler-free review, and he was like, nothing made sense in the movie. Yes, I didn't see the new movie. I have no idea whether or not it makes sense, or whether or not it's going to make sense to me or not. But I'm not sure what movie are we watching here. I mean, did they see the first movie? Because somebody has to explain to me how the first movie and the second movie make any kind of sense. Because they don't. Like, at all. Of course, if you can explain me how they make sense, I'm going to listen to you, and yeah, I'm going to read your comment, of course, and because I really want to know how the first movies make any sense. Even if they are supposed to be like that, even if they're supposed to have slime, let's say that this is a different kind of a take on ghosts, because it is. At least I wish that there was some kind of explanation for that. I mean, why is that? What is producing this slime and how came to be when they are ghosts but this is physical? And so on. And so on. And why, again, how this technology even works. I mean, how are they fighting the ghost? And not crossing the streams, of the proton weapons and then crossing them when it's convenient, and the demons and the coming alive Statue of Liberty because there was a positive slime, and the coming alive of the previous thing, the mascot or something like Fat Casper was that, or I don't know. But my point is that all the complaints that I hear now about the new Ghostbusters, that the characters were cartoonish, that the story didn't make sense, and all of that flashy and stuff, those ghosts don't look real, they're neon. And I'm like, again, did you see the first movie? The characters were not, because Angry just said that those characters acted like they're not real people. Real people don't act like that. Well, in the original movie, none of those characters of the Ghostbusters acted like real people would act. None of them. Except maybe Bill Murray's creepiness and all of that. And the movie was male-centric, you can say. Sigourney Weaver was just like a damsel in distress in the first movie and the second movie. And now they're making complaints that all the guys in the new movie were like, sidelined, and the girls are, front and center. And then they say that there is no sexism in this at all. Well, there maybe is a little bit, at least a bit. I mean, because you can't complain that the guys are sidelined, but nobody's complaining that the women in the original movies were completely sidelined. So it's not fair. I mean, if anything, what they were, the new movie is about, and however it's made, there are, such guys in life anyways. I mean, there are stupid girls in life, there are stupid men in life, and I heard that, Chris Hemsworth's character is extremely stupid, so that can be super funny, and there are guys that are extremely stupid in the same ways, and I do know, unfortunately, such guys that are extremely stupid, but I think that they're absolutely the best and smart and all of that. So I can relate, to how his character is made as far as what I heard. Of course, I'm going to make a review of it as soon as it comes out and I see it, so I can, tell you my new thoughts about it, if anything that now I said as an opinion is changed, based off what I'm hearing from the two sides. I mean, some people like the new movie, some people didn't. It has like a higher score in Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't usually, agree much, or I don't count, Rotten Tomatoes, because reviews there does not mean that I would like a movie or that I won't, but, it's good. It's like good in people's minds, a movie to have a good score there. So basically, guys, what I mean is that all the complaints that I'm hearing about the new movie, you can say about the old movie, although I haven't seen the new movie. And like, people don't, they're like blinded by the fact that the old movie is considered a classic just because it's super old and, older than most people on the internet right now. And when you consider a movie a classic, you're just like, biased, and you're just like, oh yeah, nothing can compare to the original movie. But I just don't think that the original idea and the original movie and script and all of that were all that great. I mean, I know that the whole concept of the Ghostbusters and the whole movie as characters idea was kind of new, very fresh back then, and that's why it looks so original and so classic to all of people. but it actually, when you actually see the movie now, because I did see it for the first time, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, like a couple of months ago now, it's just not good. It's nothing is good. Like all the time I'm like, okay, slime again. Why there's a river of this stuff, and how can this be, produced? Why even has to be slime? I mean, there's no explanation for anything. And how they trap the ghost? Nothing. Some kind of a technology. It works somehow, but how? Who cares? Like, who cares? And if the original Ghostbusters came out today, in that same state and script and everything, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to destroy it, and they will not think it's a classic, because they are going to say like, what is this jackass of a movie? Because now people now and then, like, they say that they see no logic, in Batman v Superman, like, what is the motivation of Batman? And although they show how he is, how broken he is and all of that, I don't want to get in BVS right now because we're going to be here forever. But people can't see the logic in that movie. Some people can't even see, the logic in the new Captain America movie. Like, yeah, but he went there, and why Iron Man does that? Although, yeah, there's some stuff that I'm like, yeah, Iron Man is this and that, okay, but I mean, you pick apart those movies, but you can't see the flaws in Ghostbusters? Come on! Everything is a flaw in Ghostbusters 1 and 2. But anyways, if you like the movies, again, this is your taste, you're right, you can like them and love them. Just from my perspective, movies are subjective. I'm just irritated by the fact that the same things that I see in the first movies, all those cartoonish characters, ghosts that look super artificial because they're puppets. Everything that they point out now about the new movie, I can say about the old one, but nobody is like assimilating that because it's an old movie, it's supposed to be a classic, so nobody can touch it, nobody can say anything bad about it, and there's no flaws in it. And I'm like, what? I mean, those things for me are obvious, just obvious. And how they copied, the first movie to the second movie, you can watch, honest trailers, of Ghostbusters 2. You can see exactly how they copied the first to the second, only everybody at least agrees that the second movie is worse than the first movie. And they made, even Sigourney Weaver more naked in the second movie, and they tried to sexualize her and all of that, and nobody's complaining about this. But it's super not okay that Chris Hemsworth now in this new movie, it's kind of sexualized and he's, made to be dumb because... But guys, there are pretty guys that are this dumb. They are, so why not? I mean, why not show it in this movie? It may be serving for some comedic story or whatever it is. I mean, what I saw from the trailers I found funny, like the ghost with the boobs. It was pretty funny. It was exactly how this kind of a guy could see this. I'm telling you guys, I've seen this in real life. So, this was perfectly like, oh yeah, finally somebody can show this kind of a guy in a movie. I do hate to see those guys in real life and to interact with them because it's like talking to a wall or something. And besides, those actresses, I mean, I personally don't care whether or not there's male actresses or female actresses that play the roles. But in this case, I really, really love those actresses. I mean, I love Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, of course, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones even. I like them all. And what I've seen from the trailers, I find a lot more funny than anything that I've seen from the original movies, because I didn't laugh once at the original movies. I did not. Nothing was funny. The only thing I saw was the disgusting behavior of Bill Murray's character, and all the other guys like trying to make something funny to talk nonsense. The molecular, not molecular, but something else, blah 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 blah, that are transferring to blah blah, and I'm like, that's nonsense. I mean, that's totally made up. At least from what I saw, from the trailers again, from the new movie, they saw how the technology is made and kind of how it works. So at least that's taken care of, and they at least tested the weapons. And I mean, let's see how it's done in the movie. I can't really say. I just can't wait to see the movie, because then I'm going to be really able to compare the original and the new one and see which is better for me and why. But once again, it's exaggerated, it's a comedy, and the CGI is perfectly fine. I mean, I totally prefer it compared to the dolls. And like Slimer looked exactly like something very fat and thick. Exactly, I mean, even though they try to make him transparent, you can still see that it's a puppet and it's very thick, so I don't see how this is better than the CGI. CGI is dynamic, at least can move like they want to make it move. They use real people for some of those ghosts. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, if you don't like the neon style and all of that, well, they make it flashy to attract new audiences. I don't have any complaints about that, because the Ghostbusters franchise and story and ideas in general are so far-fetched and not realistic at all that I can totally get why those ghosts are not going to look very realistic. And again, the previous things with the previous movies and Demons and Slimer has no logic to him whatsoever. And no ghosts have like a logical form to them. Everybody are like looking like puppets from Sesame Street or something. So there's no logic to that anyway. So I don't care they're neon ghosts or looking more real ghosts or whatever. But those are like, 5 actresses that are so good comedians. At least for me. So I'm sure that they're going to do, whatever. And I did enjoy the trailers a lot more, like 2 minutes of the movie, put in the trailer. I did enjoy watching that a lot more than the whole Ghostbusters movies. I probably like it. Yes, I probably like it, but let's wait and see, but I'll probably like it. But again, I really am interested in, comparing old to the new, and what I like about the old and what I like about the new. About the old, I don't like anything, so, but at least, I can explain why, and to compare the two things. How was the logic with capturing the ghost from the new movie? How was the logic from the old movie again? How those scientists came together, and who knows what, and how they contribute to the group, and the villains and all of that. So let's see how this is. So guys, again, you can like whatever movie you like. We can all like whatever movies we like. If you grew up with the Ghostbusters movies and you like them, okay, I mean, we are all different generations. I was born, a lot after Ghostbusters, and by the time that I got to see it was now. So yeah, and I did, like briefly saw it on TV when I was little. And even then, when I was little, this movie was super old already. I mean, both movies are super old already, and I never was interested in that. And so I finally made myself watch them so I could have full idea what the hell it's about and how it is. And I have. So I can at least talk about that. So guys, once again, I apologize if there's not a lot of content, just because I'm working, I'm trying to work out more to get, in the shape that I want faster and faster and faster. I'm just busy, and I'm so hot. I mean, you know what I mean. It's just so hot that I can't even stand, and the light is shining in my face. It's really difficult, guys, to make videos when it's so, when the temperature is so high. So I'll apologize, guys, for the lack of content. I do have some gaming video planned from the PS4 and from the PC, so apologize, guys. When I, go on vacation, maybe I'm going to do more videos, so keeping my fingers crossed. I really want to do more videos, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Please don't get offended about this. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I'm going to talk from what I think, from my heart. So that is what I think. And that's that. I really apologize if I offended somebody. I really don't want to do that. I'm just saying, like plain and simple, what the heck I'm thinking and how I'm thinking about those two movies, and the old and the new. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time with KDG Reviews.